Groove verse. How are we doing, people? How are we doing? I love that intro. It was mysterious. I feel like we've just created a massive question mark, right? We don't know what's going to happen tonight, guys. We don't know what's going to happen. Full disclosure, we put this band together yesterday, really, didn't we? Right, yesterday. Okay, so full disclosure, the number one rule of groove verse. By the way, can I just have a little intro jam? A little kind of, give me a little something. Just something to help fill the room with a little bit of zhuzh. Love that, man, love that. So look, as you can tell, we do not rehearse. That's the number one rule here at Grooveverse. And look, this is our 12th sold out show. So there must be something in rehearsals. Which you don't need to do. So look, thank you so much for coming. Honestly, it's a pleasure to have every single one of you here in this room tonight. We're a packed out room. I think everyone's got a seat. Yes. Well done, James. Give it up for James in the corner. Grooveverse is a team of two, and that's the other half right there with his gorgeous curtains, welcoming you in to the peaceful serenity of Toulouse-Lautrec Jazz Club. A very lovely venue. If you want to order, it looks like you have already, QR codes on the table. Food, drink to your table. Nolan over there in the wonderful hat. Give it up for Nolan. Look at him. He is the owner of this venue. And that's how we do what we do here. So it's an improvised jazz and spoken word night. Two things which generally aren't very mainstream as concepts, right? They're not massively popular. We're not talking about Barbie, the bloody movie, all right? But we believe here at Grooveverse that by combining these two things, we can help both art forms appeal to a bigger fan base. We can platform spoken word artists in a way which they've never been platformed before. And we can create never to be repeated moments of musical mayhem and lyrical wizardry. And that's what we do here at Grooveverse. So there are, on your table, can you see the QR codes? Now, not the one which you order from. I realise this is now confusing. There's a lot of QR codes around, Right, there's a lot of QR codes. But the one which is flat on the table with the Grooveverse logo above, the one which is flat on the table, so that we are going to use to vote in a little bit. Here at Grooveverse, we have 4 guest poets and 2 headliners. The 4 guest poets are going to do 10 minutes each, and they're going to be competing for your vote. Okay, we're going to have a winner. We like competition here at Grooveverse. We think it pushes people to be their best, to give the crowd everything that they've got. So we're doing an audience vote. We'll do that in a little bit, but also on that QR code is the Instagram page of every single person you're going to see up here on this stage. Please follow all our artists, bands, poets. It's super hard doing what these guys do for a living. They all make it look very easy. It's a real graft for them. So follow them. It's the best thing you can do to help support them on their little projects. On their little projects. Why the hell did I say that? Little projects. I'm sorry. They're all so talented. It's kind of stressful. Okay. Bad start. Improvised jazz and spoken word. Spoken word nights, people, are 2-way streets, all right? You look like you just sat there as the audience. No. This is a 2-way street, people. You've got to give these poets as much as they give you. So when you hear something you like, you hear a bar which you think is good, it resonates, what do? Someone clapped, didn't get the memo. But you give clicks, right? You give clicks. Lots of clicks. This is a spoken word thing. It's cringy as shit, but it works, okay? It lets them know that you like this thing, and that's absolutely fine. So click away, people. We encourage clicks. You can also do other things, right? You're not succumb to just the click. You can maybe say, Are you ready? We're gonna do that in 3, 2, 1. Lovely, people. Absolutely lovely. Okay, we're going to do that again because you need to do that a little bit louder. Okay? Just imagine you've had like a smoked salmon and cream cheese bagel with a bit of lemon squeezed on it, pepper. If you're vegan, all of that, but vegan. And you're going to say, Ready? 3, 2, 1. Okay. We're going to do that a third time, people. We want to get the orgy vibes going on. 3, 2, 1. Well, that's wonderful. Okay, well now look, you're not limited to your or your clicks, okay? This is a creative space. This is an improvised space. You can improvise your own bloody noises, people. You can come up with your own noises. That's the magic, right? We don't rehearse, you don't rehearse. So think of what that noise could be. You're showing validation. You're showing that you love these poets. You're showing that they've just resonated. Think of what it is, Roya, think of what it is. You're gonna do it really loudly, okay? Okay. In 3. In 2. Let's build. 1. Okay, we've got a bit of reggae dub going on here. Absolutely love it. Okay, people, you're gonna do that again, but you're gonna do it much bloody louder. Okay? Do you know what? Okay. Let's keep going a little bit quicker. We're gonna build up the pace. We are gonna warm these wonderful people up. Yeah. Build it up. Okay. Think of that noise again, people. You ready? We're gonna do it in 3, 2, 1. Oh, Grooveverse, you gorgeous bunch. Okay, that's wonderful. Let me just run through the lineup and then we'll bring up our first poet, all right? We'll bring up our first bloody poet. So we've got 4 guest poets. They are Nathan Kelly. They are Zeph. We've got Jamie Merrick. And we've got Tyrone Lewis. So there's going to be 2 in each half. They're going to be competing for your vote. And then each half is going to end with a headline set for some of the biggest names in spoken word. The first of which is Black Ops Poetry! An absolute pleasure to have Black Ops Poetry here at Grooveverse. He won the audience vote last time. That's what got him the headline spot here. And he's going to blow you away. Can't wait to see it. And we're going to close the night with a performance from Nego. So that is what we do here at Grooveverse. I hope you have a wonderful time. We're gonna hear from the band at the beginning of the second half. They're gonna do some solos, and I'll introduce them as well. They're gonna flex their muscles. Do not worry. Okay. So I reckon it's time to bring on the first bloody band. Okay. So band, I want you to rise with me, right? We're gonna start about here, about there, and then we're slowly gonna come up. We're just gonna come up. We're just gonna come up. We're just gonna come up. Groovers, give a big round of applause for Nathan Kelly!
Hey, and good evening, Groovers. How you doing? So, my name is Nathan Kelly. I'm a spoken word poet from the southeast, and they broke it down real quickly there. That was nice. I have just come back from a festival where on festival day number 1, I got really sloppy drunk and forgot all my poetry. Yes, well done whoever cheered for that, because that's exactly what I was looking for. So today, I'm a lot less sloppy, and I'm going to do some poetry for you. Are you ready for some poetry? Thank you. I've been saying it for ages, my thoughts feel contagious. I'm sick of the ink stuck to the pages. I'm out of luck trying to rush my brush, but my paintings ain't waiting. I'm stuck in two minds debating, deciding who gets the pleasure of making a canvas for these consonants. Wishing the decision was obvious. It's all v us, but us is me. We decided we'd let our illustrations free. Frustration rises between him and me, but watching ink take shape, clocking thoughts I make awake from their dormant state, that is like formulating fate. I watch my characters form characters with opinions of their own, ready to be shown how to grow from the seeds that I have sown. I'm watching my imaginary personalities live their own reality. You think I'd be glad to see my literary children live their hopes and dreams, forgetting sometimes they only live in my verses and schemes. But my lines build the architecture they inhabit. I tell my pen if they want it, they can have it. When I'm bored, they start to blur my borders. My pen starts to move without verbal orders. You see, it's not conscious command that moves my hand. My creativity is a democracy. It's not written by the minority, it's written by the majority. We don't believe in the aristocracy. We are Greek thinkers in an amphitheater discussing philosophy, helping me understand the duality I see in me. I treat each one of my imagination's creations with the utmost reverence and patience. I allow them all to debate my ideas. So remember, friends, when you listen to my poetry, it was written by a panel of my peers. Woo! Yeah, see? Less sloppy. That's less sloppy. That's less sloppy. That is a poem that I really love to do, and I really love the way it sounds, and I love the way that when you sometimes write poetry, the way it feels when it comes out of your mouth is really exciting, and I really like that about that poem, and I've forgotten what it's called, so please don't ask. The next one is called 1,000 Shades, and this is my girlfriend's favourite poem. She's not here tonight because she hates all other poetry. That's not a joke. This is called 1,000 Shades. This is the only one she likes. This is kind of writing a poem for a good day for yourself. That's really important to me. I live 1,000 shades away from okay in a sort of grey way, but that is not to say that I am fixated on fixing yesterday. I'm here for a long stay here in this smear of grey this today. And today I'm to do a list of things I've planned and plotted, thoughts I've pulled together, knotted, but this thing I've jotted, well, it's frayed my knots into not doing my to-do list today. Instead, I lay in bed. Now that's a common mishap in perhaps my biggest character flaw. Loving springed fabric hovering gently above my uncleaned messy floor. A metaphor, I'm sure, for Nathan's first law. Making our decisions and always feeling unsure. This uncertainty is certainly certain as I lay behind a closed curtain, slowly woken up the motivation to motivate my stationary state. Remembering to remember my to-do list today. The things I've planned to do today on this hot lazy day, so I'm remembering to remember. That's a paradox in itself, like alphabetizing books on a shelf to never read in hopes of making them easier to see. I do my future self a favor without a thank you or a please, and then remembering the order is vital, whether it by author or by title, which might all fall apart, so this order is chaos, so I order from the start. It reflects all my stress, so expect nothing but mess. I accept that I'm inept, except when it comes to procrastinating. I'm a pro at waiting for the right moment at the wrong time, telling myself to tiptoe a thin line, then up, trip, I'm fine. This kind of thing happens all the time. Now, life's a rhyme without a reason, but why do you need a reason? Like when a leaf falls, browns and crisps, regardless of the season. Now we regard less when we should regard more. Regard every hard, pressed, brown crunch between my soul and the floor. That is Nathan's second law. Enjoy every small, insignificant thing that others might ignore. Thank you very much, Grooveverse. I have been Nathan Kelly. You have been beautiful. Have a lovely evening.
Give it up for Nathan Kelly! One more time for Nathan Kelly, everybody! Tasty, very, very good. Thank you very much for kicking things off. Wonderful stuff. Basically, right, I sort of pop up in the middle and then I bring on another poet. You don't want to hear too much from me. But what I quite like to do here at Grooveverse, right, the talent on this stage currently within this band is tippity tip tip top. So I like to test them a little bit, all right? They don't like this bit and I'm slightly scared of them. But you're very, very good. So we can do this. So in order to bring on the next poet, we're gonna do a little thing. So can someone give me a country? Finland. Okay. Think of the sonic vibes of Finland. Okay, and a activity of any kind. Football and lacrosse, very similar. Okay, imagine playing lacrosse with a football. That's not that hard, guys. We got this, come on. Lacrosse is the one with the sticks. Yeah. The one from Harry Potter. That should help. But finish? It's fine, man. It's fine. Don't worry, we got this. So, sorry, man, it's fine. Don't worry, you can do anything. Okay, so basically we're going to start about here, maybe in the south of Finland, and then as we get to the north of Finland, that's going to be peak carnageness, you guys going mental, and we bring on the next poet. Does that sound good? Cool. Okay. Brilliant. Right. Okay. South of Finland. You guys go. I don't know. Pick a key. What key do they play in the south of Finland? You've never been to Finland. This is going to sound like Sweden. Right. Finish. Well, started, but okay. Fill that up. Lovely. We're about midway through Finland. Someone's passing the lacrosse stick with our football in. Grooveverse, you need to give a massive round of applause. You need to stomp your feet. You need to click your fingers. You need to scream as loud as you possibly can for our next guest poet, who goes by the name of Zeph! Give it up for Zeph, people!
All right. What are we in? Finland, what are we saying? That's weak, man. Finland, what are we saying? There we go. All right. Then let's bring it down. So, before I start, make some noise for the band. Not enough noise. More noise. There we go. That's enough noise. Okay. Hi. Hello. Damn, these lights are bright. I can barely see you guys. My name is Zephaniah, or Zeph. I'm 21 years old, spoken word artist, actor, writer, all of the above. Aw, you cuties. It's alright. I'm gonna be doing 2 pieces for you. And we'll just get straight into it. This one's called These Lives Matter. It's quite short because my second one is quite long. Yeah, let's just get into it. I'm a pupil of life. When I irate, my thoughts gyrate. I take time like I'm running out of herbs. The student never became the master. I see my pupils die of late, and now my pupils dilate. I can't lie, I nearly lost my life. I lost my guy, I try spy with my eyes, but I can't see now the tears flow by. And now my tears run dry, and I'm chafing at my eyelids. I'm sat here, I'm hearing the cries of my guy's kid, but I can't hear my eardrums burst at the sounds of guns striking. Violence. These lives can't matter if mine don't. Islands, I've been on the record. I'm universal with my pen. I tried to warn a bro, it's only the words in my pen. So here's my hand if you need helping. That's selfish. I saw a kitty in rehab and I wish him well. I don't want him to relapse, so I dropped the score down the wishing well. And these kitties trying to improve their lives, I wish them well. But I just saw a devil on a trampoline, flipping hell. Outside, we outside, we outside, yeah! Come on, we're live, 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 we're live. My guy, hey! My boy, my boy. I sponsor everyone, sorry, I'm messing up your things. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Right. We're gonna get real somber for a minute. If you're gonna cry, please don't. These are just life experiences, and so I just talk through them. I'm gonna put this down because I'm not the walk around the stage type. This one is a request from my friend Cece. Hi, love ya. I did this at an event called Poets Palace. If you haven't heard of it, you should check it out. Amazing people. It's called A Soldier's Scars. So if we could just get real somber in the building. Because I got a story to tell, and it might be what happens when healing. Or maybe it's that PTSD feeling, because I know I'm alive and I can feel my heart beating, but a soldier's scars never close, and so I smile while bleeding. I'll take you back to a young, cheerful kid. There's so much light in my eyes, so much life in my mind. My nickname is Kite because I'm flying. I was 9 the first time I flew a kite outside. A little throwback to when life was easy. And growing up, I'd do nothing but watch Dennis and Nasher on the TV, and that's the last of it. Now I'm older, I lament that I didn't bask in it. I mean, fully feel the joys of breath before the last of it. And now with smoke keeps me at peace, or at least acts as a mask for it. And I'm bound for the battlefield. I need a gas mask, my social battery on E. Nonetheless, I'm charging in. And you may not have seen death like I have, so let me paint the picture for you. The day of, I was playing COD Zombies when a type of knife we call a zombie took a life. That's 22 inches of jagged stainless steel pierced through the mid-spine. I mean, the sheer force alone is enough to make a man flatline. His gallbladder and kidneys burst at once, stained on his shirt, you'd think he spilt wine. The squelch of his organs turned into mush, a dark and beautiful symphony. And now the Lord awaits at heaven's gates, begging this dying soldier ring for me. The blade coated in his blood, a sticky dark red hue as if to dress a steak. And now he's writhing on the cold London floor with his midsection gaped and there's gravel in his torso. The cigarette butts of London are soaked in blood also. And that was my actual friend. A year and now 5 months ago today. The memory of him haunts me like stones being thrown at me in a town square like I'm awake. Images pelting, corrosion of the brain as if my hairline's melting, and the stress isn't helping. You count sheep to sleep, I count Draculas like Van Helsing. And when I was growing up, you looked up to Hannah Montana. I looked up to Tony. Cause I'm going out at the top of the stairs like I'm ascending to somewhere holy. And it's years if we get stopped, cause my older part, the Scully in the Stoley. And I know it's wrong, but that night I was walking on me with a knife so long its very presence on me, fracturing my innocence. And saying I believed in God felt wrong, cause we religiously practiced cognitive dissonance. And I couldn't even fathom the blood spray. I still can't, and I was in there. I'm a young kid with a fresh face, but the beef is frying, so I had to serum like skincare. And it feels like a disrespect to the memory of the battle we shared, cause this grown version of Zeph is ashamed to even have been there. And we're kinda old school with it. We won't post it on Instagram, cause the wound is too explicit and I'm not trying to be his only fan. I know I had to, I didn't want to be involved, cause I was trying to chase the paper. But where I'm from, the stars war like I got beef with John Boyega, and I followed you like a shadow, the definition of if you moved, I moved. And the one time we stood still, they rearranged you on the block like a Rubik's Cube. So I started walking with it like I'm old. I had a big stick. I remember I brought A9 to my 9 to 5 Glock semi-auto. That's a stick shift. And the pain I feel for what I did, I walk with it. You can see the doubt on me. And as I spit now, I know half of you are looking down on me, but we'd all do some shit we ain't proud of for those we love profoundly. And it weighs heavy on my heart, and I do it again, so I hold the burden so proudly. Cause the side of it no one sees are the moments with his sister. She took her life so she could be with him, and I can't put into words how much we miss her. I lost a friend and she lost a brother, so we talk together and we break down and hug it out. But since she's gone to be with him, who the fuck am I hugging now? And a hypocrite I am, cause what if my man had a sister too? But when you're full of rage, the devil takes center stage and you don't think stuff through. There's so much going on now, I'm bleeding stress from my eyelids. I'm smoking and drinking, I put my soul into these vices, and it's funny cause it's killing me but helping me stay alive. So maybe the hearts of man often tend to get manhandled. So I help and lend a handle, this is how far I can go. Mr. Miyagi say my trauma's waxed on to get waxed off. I do like Usher and let it burn like candles. Conversely, I'm that cold. No, I don't wanna talk, I mind my own. My business black owned. You hear but do you listen? Lend me your ear. Like Van Gogh, I can't be stopped. If I'm the comedy you invest in, I guess we're all a bunch of laughing stocks. My heart is not ready to catch feelings, and I don't want to die, but still I hold my breath until my heartbeat stops. Cause every relationship that I've been in since that day couldn't work, but I'm too prideful to resist. She hands me her heart, guiding me like I'm new to this. I mean, she's dancing with her own devils in her own hell, led by her own Lucifers. And Rome wasn't built in a day, yet a dictator I've become. And still through the Gaelic war of our love, we built an empire, though our trials were numerous. And she feels unloved and it weighs heavy on my heart, so I make sure she feels that I sees her like Julius. She sees me, see her, she feels the love in our lives. But like salt water, I've got a bitter taste in my mouth, cause she won't see this blood in my eyes. Does anybody see me? I'm suffering, coping, it's difficult. I transcend body and soul, I'm atypical. It's pitiful, now I'm so indulgent in spirits, I'm drunk in the physical. Could anybody recognize this child with all the pain that I've indulged in? Same time, I'm mourning the child I lost because of my overindulgence, and I found out that I might be a father again. But now that child and dream are dead, so Lord forgive me, I asked a chance to repent. Heart like cement, the way I heal is to work harder than them. But now I'm broken that the choice was made without me, and we don't talk no more, so these wounds are so much harder to mend. As I stand here now, on what some may call a stage, Mike invading my personal space like it deserves a bang in the face. I've got no clue why I tell you this. I mean, you probably saw me strut up on stage, chest raised, talking before I get to the mic with no clue what to say. He's confident. Yeah, he's confident. That's what you think of me, little old Zeph. But on the way to the mic, I've doubted my abilities each step. I always talk and look into the audience first, trying to keep the nerves at bay, but then I lock eyes with one of you, get scared and think fuck it. I know 10 other poems, so I won't purge today, and I won't perform what hurts today, and it's my fault because I'm always putting on a show, but I hate always being praised for my wordplay. But at the same time, I wouldn't be here without you, like you make me sneeze. It feels like I got an ice bath in my head the way I get brain freeze. What I mean is I feel like I'm pregnant with metaphor, so every open mic night is my birthday. But at what cost am I popping these baby similes like vitamins? At this point, I'm hundreds of fucking C-sections in. My smart flips like a Ginsu, slicing my poetry's deeper purpose. And my heart's need to purge is like self-harmful behavior, it's so incursive. So I give two men on a ship a pen and join them while they write. Practicing penmanship feels like that same self-harmful behavior because they write in cursive. So now I've got scar after scar and my belly aches. Writing honestly causes pain, so I act as my umbrella in the rain, and so I medicate. It's imperative. Doctor, if I can no longer feel pain, please 10x the dosage, please, and hand me my sedative. But look, maybe this is what happens when healing. And every day you walk with that PTSD feeling. I mean, I know I'm alive because I can feel my heart beating, but a soldier's scars never close, and so I cry while I'm drip, drip, drip. 21 years old and I'm still bleeding. Thank you. Thank you. No, guys, it's enough. Before I get off the stage, I'm gonna plug myself real quickly. First of all, it's my first time at Grooveverse. You lot have been amazing. I'm definitely gonna be back, whether that's performing or just part of the audience. So shout out you lots. First of all, round of applause for you guys. You're clapping for yourselves. You can do better than that. There we go. Yeah, I don't really like being on Instagram, but if you want to follow me, then it's Zeph_01. That's ZEPH_01. If not, feel free to come just have a chat with me if you want to. I've been Zephaniah. Thank you for your time. Peace.
Give it up for Zeph, everybody! One more time for Zeph, everybody! We broke the one rule of Grooveverse, which is you can't spell your Instagram handle because it's on the QR code, Zeph. I didn't tell him. That's my fault. Wonderful job, man. That was absolutely lovely. Absolutely bloody lovely. Well, look, those are the first guest poets of the first half. We've had Nathan Kelly. Give it up for Nathan Kelly. And we've had the wonderful Zeph. Okay, people. Okay, so those are the two fighting for your vote. But of course, we got plenty more. And this next poet won the audience vote last time, and they won it righteously because it was an amazing performance if you were lucky enough to be here in the room. Oh, in fact, we haven't done this yet. By round of applause, give us a cheer if you've been to Grooveverse before. Okay. We got a couple of people. Sorry, we've got a headliner coming through. Sorry, excuse me. Thank you, guys. Sorry, didn't want to draw too much attention, but then I did. Okay, so some of you have been, and give us a round of applause if you haven't been to Grooveverse before. Okay, so we got some newbies. We absolutely love that. Well, look, we do this every 2 months, and the poet that won this audience vote last time blew us away with their performance, and I can't wait for you guys to see them come and do it again. I just think, what do we fancy, band? I'm feeling. Okay, Faz. Hello. This is Faz, by the way, people. Hello, Faz. Faz, we did a show up in Manchester. We've done a couple shows up in Manchester, and Faz is our Manchester producer. There he is. He is from Manchester, so we have to scorn at him often. No, he's a wonderful man. Thank you so much for coming. Okay, give us a genre, Faz. Any genre. Hip-hop. Got the brief. Okay, a bit of jazz, hip-hop. As we bring on the first headliner, the wonderful Black Ops Poetry. You guys do whatever you need to do, people. A bit of Dilla, people. Okay. Are you ready to go crazy, people? You've got to go really loud. Okay. Grooveverse, this is our first headliner who's coming to absolutely knock your socks off. It's going to be an absolute pleasure. Can't wait to see it. Guys, give a big round of applause. Let's build it up. Start the round of applause. Keep it going. All to the very top, for the wonderful Black Ops Poetry.
We can keep it there. Colour. Colour's become a buzzword again, and I hate this term, a man of colour. I am sick of being stuck between gay racism and black homophobia. It's tiring, this tug of war between the colour of my skin among the homosexual community and sexuality among my ethnic community. I've been shackled in the chains of shame for an eternity, and if the word is the truth, then let this spoken word set me free. Let every syllable in this poetry express the pain of each stone thrown at my glass conservatory. I'm shattered. I'm tired of defending myself against hatred and bigotry. I want to be left alone to love freely the way I've loved every other brother and sister unconditionally. I want affectionate contact in the street without fear of sparking World War III, and please forgive me, but what has my relationship with God and his creative imagery got to do with you? How is your slate so clean you have the audacity to cast me as the depths of depravity? I worked with what I was given the best way I knew how, but you tried to hold and compress me down like I'm blue tack. Your notice board stationery, portraying me as the poster boy for the failings of humanity. I'm the beauty of butterfly floating with the pain of bees stinging me, and age, well, age has taught my heart that you can't stop fighting valiantly. I was born with my hands up screaming, I come in peace. And this motherfucker had the actual cheek to throw positive discrimination policy at me like I was the reason the system was fuckeries. The system means we're all born free with the same opportunities. You're confused, my friend. I think it's best you take a seat. You see, your opinion is like a reflection in a train window, and like Storm Queen, I'm looking right through. But I don't want to be the angry man spurting verbal heat. If you don't like it, go back to your own country. You're too fucking fast. You don't understand. Take it easy. Portrayed as a wild dog that needs verbal chastity when I speak of the fragility of privilege. He says, but I love hip-hop and black people. He names a few classics, recites a few lyrics to live and die in LA, detached. Forgetting that some ethnics actually live this shit. Now, granted, I live a far mile from these visual aesthetics, but it doesn't stop Piggy Smith from searching me out like Neo in the Matrix. Do you mind if we search you, sir? There've been a few car robberies in the area, just checking you ain't got a car radio. Really? In my skinny jeans and my black tee, where did you expect it to be? Just past my sphincter or by where I pee? Now, just keep calm, sir, we don't want any trouble, yeah. But you're the third Bobby to stop me in a quarter of a mile. What the fuck did you expect for me to nod and smile like it happens once in a while? Shit! You lot track me like a shadow around a sundial and others laugh because you only see my plight through a device. So are you uncomfortable? Are you uncomfortable with the fact that I spell the word nigger and you don't see the stars? Are you uncomfortable with the fact the field and master was swapped for a cell and guard? Are you uncomfortable enough to code switch to fit in? Are you uncomfortable with the fact my name is inextricably tied to my black skin? Are you uncomfortable with the knowledge we won't let this go? Are you uncomfortable with the fact celebrities buy black bodies like commodities? Are you uncomfortable with the number of dead black bodies during COVID-19 or HIV? Are you uncomfortable enough to lower your voice when you use the word black to describe a person? Are you uncomfortable with the words, I can't breathe? Are you more uncomfortable with the looting or the murder? Look, are you uncomfortable? Are you uncomfortable? I said, are you uncomfortable? Right. So, I wanted to start off where I left off last time. I'm going through some. So I got diagnosed with ADHD in January. Then they put me on ADHD medication, and that fucked my head up. Like something serious. I don't know how often people then start questioning who they are all the time, but that's the direction we're gonna go in now. But do I have the good that I seek in others? It's like I'm living ethereal. Like I'm viewing me from me, an out-of-body experience. I think you call them anxieties if my GP's believable. So, do I do the things I do, or do I think I do the things I do? These questions find me thinking late at night, mentally screwed, numbing. They find me seeking peace in the most volatile volcanics, in the blinding lights and smoke machines, toilet cubicles and lines in the music scene. My fault lines, my fault lines are clear like the waters in Silfra. You've seen them, right? When my tectonic plates shift, right? So I'm sure you'll understand my fears then. I'm sure you'll understand why my inner saboteur is louder than the bass system. But I guess this is the space between me and me. It's just not the me that I thought I was going to be or the me that I thought I'd be. Not that either is good or bad, it's just me viewing me. If plants can mimic plants and I've been watching me, conspiracy theory. And so I run headfirst relying on my peripheral realities. The house, the car, the flossing, and the money. And thus these shadows will continue to follow me. Clock left, what's that beside me? Laser focus, I missed the hand in front of me. I had a choice. Slim though it was a choice. A moment where the road forks. A moment where the flesh wants road A, and so of course you acquiesced in the outcome. Well, the outcome always has this coarse tendency to slowly come out in favor of road B. But I guess the grass is always greener on the other side, I told me. But back to this assessment of this mentality. These rounded questions about this self and this attempted emancipation. This moment that I introvert. This moment that I question my cookies. That's my processor trying to right wrongs, but stored information will always create pattern behavior. If I'm the beginning and the end, ever eternal, the alpha and omega, omniscient and omnipresent, then question everything. Question every moment, every process, every memory. Cause something's not clicking here. Something's off key, something's in the distance I hear, and so you wait as life flies by and you can't understand why. It keeps hitting you back with glass pipes. You weren't supposed to stand still, right? You were supposed to run and grab on, right? But how will I know? You take the chance, the rapper says, right? You need both hands, so leave the baggage behind and remember the lessons of that Scottish music, right? Like a muscle memory violin player. And keep an eye on the conductor, cause he'll keep switching stuff up to fit the singer. We're all connected. We're all hedge betting. We're all his children. We're all learning. I'm just thinking, I'm just riffing, I'm just trying. I'm just trying to find the part where I fit in. No excuses, no ruses. I guess at the end of the day, I'm the one that chooses what part of me wins or loses. I've been trying to get my thorns to stop protruding, but it's painful, and my hands keep bleeding. I heard someone talk about their fingers being where you could feel the heart beating. But is this my pulse or your pulse? Look, I'm trying not to cry here. I don't understand, I'm not understanding, and I'm starting to create internal fears that are worse than anything I could bear, worse than anything I could share. I don't want to be here. It's not that I'm contemplating suicide, I just don't like this fear, and it's leaving me scared, blue like the specific oceans I fear. And so I swirl potions mixed with the currents of my hands, and that's when life bubbles up like a can of Heineken. I'm gonna stop that one there because that's a bit harder than I thought that was gonna be. The last two that I'm gonna do, I started to question, like, you know, what I was doing as a poet, and whether I was doing anything new or was I just running over the same shit everyone else has run over already. Whether I carry on, whether I, you know, it seems I've lost the ability to write objective poetry. Words that wholeheartedly capture the room's view of society, but my teeth sieve words emotionally and economically, removing any edge they once had verbally. If a contract is an enforceable agreement where 5 elements are present, the offer, the acceptance, the consideration, intention, and capacity, then I'm lacking capacity. And too much thought has gone into my intention, meaning the consideration is too constrained for your acceptance, and thus my offer falls somewhat short. Some will say this is a case of tort, and others will say this is a breach of contract, but this is simply food for thought. My need for you to stand, applaud, and take your hats off means my voice falls flat. Like some generic pop track, easily digestible, but says nothing about the society I wrote it for. Words that exist but never live. They lack that social interaction in their quest to create your chemical reaction. But I guess I am simply the ideology of reproduction and not innovation. I'm only here to differentiate myself within a predetermined listener-tested niche. I'm shit, and it smells like roses. My pocket's full of fags and my camera's full of selfie poses. My only aim is to stand out on a shelf next to 500 other poets that are designed to do exactly the same damn thing. I am the product. I am the commodity. So I must present as someone that says the right thing, does the right thing, and writes the right thing. Look, let every thought be an inspiration for every inhale and every word an expression of every exhale. Look, I don't want to die, but I do want to reach nirvana. So, right. This starts off a bit dark and then we get brighter because I don't want to leave you guys feeling depressed because there's a lot of dark shit going on in here. But it's something that I've had to change around and so it's not known. So yeah. The pain of trying to be free is far worse than anything I could have dreamed. To want to be the love and joy the movie showed me. To radiate light like the best HD screens. But I was born into a world that feared me. A world that saw me as a threat, something to be caged, something to be beat, an oddity. And so I let them gawk and berate like I was the enemy, like to hate me was to be free, like that anger would provide the future they dreamed. And for a long time, I thought love was to be accepted by society. But what was acceptable seemed to change so rapidly, so I was always going to be on the wrong part of my feet. I was always going to be lacking sleep. I was always going to be trying to get up, and that was always going to be a mean feat. But I miss that child. I miss that child that loved everything and everybody, that child that was carefree. You see, I tried to search him out, but I'm afraid to go that deep. I'm afraid I'll get lost in the surrounding abyss and never find me. Look, I've spent so long speaking negatively, speaking on the cruelty of my own mind directed simply at me, one's own self, if you know what I mean. Well, let's turn the page happily. Let's aim for self-love and peace. Let's breathe freely like ancients. If equations come together and create, then let's make arrangements. Let's break bread with more than acquaintance. Let's clink glasses with ample champagne, and I want to view you like you view me, closed circuit surveillance. And I can promise you I'll forever be your entertainment. This is free view, so no need for payment. And I'm not going to lie, but for the both of us, this is going to take maintenance. But we're worth it. Like L'Oreal. No need for rationale, just call me and I'll find your locale. I want a text conversation like a grand slam. You be Djokovic and I'll be Nadal. Let's not keep secrets like this is a school exam. I want to talk space and time like we work for a space program. Let's be battering rams. Let's break down walls. I'll be yours just because. I'll be yours just because I love all your flaws. I can see the brightness of creation through your ocean doors. Let me be your cause. You affect the very basis of me. You're like fresh chips with barbecue sauce. And the melody of your voice cuts through like a sword on a cheese board. You know me better than any identity card and protect my heart like a security guard. So here's the codes to my phone. I guess to fall you have to let go. 2 souls, 1 car driving down that road, and if this is it, then I'm content. I have memories stored, scored like adverts on billboards. You're my number 1. I want to make sure you're certified double platinum. I'll wrap you in gold like you're a bottle of Cristal double magnum. Bring your baggage and let's unpack some. Let's take a flight somewhere random, get a bike and ride tandem. Give me your hand and I'll hold it in front of the mandem. I'll never ghost you like a phantom. I'll undress and you can be my only fan. Let's build the perfect life that rivals anything on Instagram. You are love, and if God is love, then you are holy. Let me repent my sins by your feet and pray you forgive me. Put your finger through my braids and pull me in gently. Let's ride these waves of emotion jointly, and I guess this means occasionally we might have to love each other remotely, but space and time have a tendency to create memories. Simply, you look back fondly. You see, you pop into my mind nostalgically, like you've been a constant since the 80s, and it still surprises me you want me, and knowing that everything has to be done sexually, but I guess you'll be catching this as it was intended, intellectually. I would follow you blindly as you bring out the best in me. I've prayed to the old gods and the new, and my knuckles were left raw from the bamboo. I had built walls that atomic bombs would have struggled to break through, but I guess God knows and always knew love like water always wins. So, pour your love over me and see me here anew. Thank you.
Give it up for Black Ops Poetry! I love that one where we started just with Callum. That was wonderful. There was like a moment where it was like listening just to jazz and vocals. It was absolutely wonderful. One more time for Black Horse Poetry! So guys, look, that's the end of the first half. We got plenty more where that came from. We're going to do about a 20-minute break, and we'll see you back here in just a little bit. See you in a bit. Grooveverse. How are we doing? How are we doing, people? Welcome, welcome, welcome to the second half. Now, if anyone can please spot the difference, you might have noticed there's another person on the stage, right? Give a round of applause for Alex, everybody. Oh. He might have served you a drink, but he can play the fucking guitar, so I was like, get on stage. And here he is, so he's very, very talented. Okay, so look, the second half here at Grooveverse, what we do is we show you the ridiculous talent of this crazy band. Oh, we've got a monitor on the run. Wonderful. No worries. So, we want you to see the talent of this incredible band. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go around, they're all gonna do some solos. They're gonna flex their creative muscles. We're gonna see what happens, we're gonna build it up. So. Okay, let me go. Okay, so on, first of all, can we give it up for the band in general? Wonderful. Wonderful. Okay, so look, on drums, we've had, well, he's just tightening up. So on drums, we have the wonderful Nadav Schneerson, everybody. Listen, everybody! Okay, wonderful. Now, listen, everybody. And on bass, it's Mark McKillop! Mark McKillen, everybody. Pensive, soulful bass. Where should we come? Should we come keys next, or we go guitar? We'll go guitar. Okay, people. Give a big round of applause for the wonderful talent, Alex Lockhart. Lockhart, everybody! Wonderful stuff! Very, very, very good. Love that! And on tickling the ivories over here in the corner, it's Diane Gaspar! And last but not least, tooting on that sexy, sexy sax, it's Callum Connell! Wonderful stuff. But look, that is our incredibly, ridiculously talented band. One more time for the band! Nolan, you can't have him. He's staying on stage. I'm sorry. We're going to have Alex for the second half. Sorry, Nolan. I know you were employing him, but yeah, there you go. Fine, yeah. Just don't order loads of drinks. No, do. Sorry, Alex, that was wonderful, wasn't it? Give it up. Okay. Sorry, I'm stealing Nolan's staff. That's not good, is it? Okay. Right, okay. Hello, can I have a colour? Give me any colour. Yellow. Okay, band, this is your brief. You hate colours, don't you? Remember that. Okay. Yellow, and we need an activity. Roya. Yellow swimming. Okay, we're going to do yellow swimming, people, to bring in our next poet. So think about what that might be. We're going to start about here. Yeah, you feeling it? You feeling yellow swimming? Yeah, okay. It's yellow swimming. Groovers, we've got some more bloody poets coming up on stage. I can't wait to see them do their thing. Band, you keep doing your thing. Welcome to Alex for the second half. Groovers, give it up for our next guest poet, who goes by the name of Jamie Merrick. Keep it going.
A 3-star travel lodge, 1989. legs akimbo after one glass of wine. The hubby with a mullet and his freshly permed wife are entwined. Shell suits on the floor. Reruns of The Cosby Show next on Channel 4. After several minutes of love, sweat and swear words, something definitely bursts, and the woman's womb is consumed with all the stars of the universe. Empty and full, the couple slip off to sleep, and the panting sea planting is complete. 9 months later, I was born. How's everyone doing, all right? It's nice to be here, nice to be here. Well, I got 2 cheeky poems for you, not including that ridiculous introduction even. Anyone here single? Woo! Yeah! 7 years single, 1 day at a time, Libra, Scorpio, Cuspy. I look a little bit like Jesus. I've gone about being single for the last 7 years, and you're gonna go on this journey with me. So let's take care together, do a little line of coke, and enjoy this ride. A hypothetical line of coke, of course. Match with your dad on Grindr, search for your mother but I couldn't find her. Woke up alone, fully dressed, with a pizza box upon my chest. Delivering meat to my bed sheets, I'm one of those twats who treats Tinder like it's Uber Eats. It's a miracle. Too old for the rave, too young for the grave. 33 candles on a caterpillar cake. Give that a prod, pregnant with liquor. It's not a dad bod, it's a father figure. Woo! I've seen your message, just haven't opened it yet. And if I don't reply for a few days, I'm probably just thinking of something funny to say. Took a decent selfie, a bus driver honked to signify he's horny. It's been up on my story for a hot minute, and none of the best people have watched it. It's a miracle. Yes, it's hard to be romantic when I am one sarcastic little prick. The camera roll reminded me it's been 7 years to the day since I was dragged the fuck away from my last relationship wreck. A screenshot of the text from my ex that said, please see below the list of reasons I'm getting rid of ya. Point number 1, the chlamydia. It's a miracle. It's a miracle, I'm still single. Beauty's in the eye of the scaffolder. The Tesco club card holder. Your new boyfriend's interesting, isn't he? Does he come from money? He must come from money. Cause he isn't charming and he's certainly not funny. He seems to have gone for that shit trackies stained in Mackie's look. I bet he still uses Facebook. Severely questioning my life choices, listening to you both talking in those little baby voices. I hear the words drinky poos and din-dins one more time. I'm running to the bog and chopping myself another line. I sat with this twat as you went to the piss station. The only thing worse in his eye contact was his piss poor conversation. It's a miracle. It's a miracle I'm still single. It's actually fucking mental. Not saying I'm depressed, but I am this close to having a bubble bath with my toaster. So I quaffed a line of coke, which was actually Kets. Instead of A&E, they rushed me to the vets. You asleep when you're dead, fuck it. For life is one long sewage pipe, in case you have forgotten. For as soon as things are ripe, they very soon turn rotten. As for love, it doesn't break your heart, it turns it to stone. Yeah, thanks for that, Dad. Can you put Mum back on the phone? Cheers. Thanks. I'll pick that up. Yeah, single loving in that. I mean, from the evidence of the poetry, it's pretty obvious why I am so lonely. That was gorgeous. Thanks, everybody. Right, I've got one more little ditty, haven't I, Henry? Yeah, let's do it. Oh, I can see you all now, you beautiful bastards. Who said they were single again? Literally over this side. Okay, cool. It's never the ones you want, is it? Kidding. Look at the state of me, for Christ's sakes. Right, yeah. got one more. So maybe we're like imagine we're sort of paddling through pissy puddles in a Dalston urinal, that kind of vibe, you know? That's where I meet most of my dates anyway. You can help me out, right? So there's a little chorusy refrain bit in this that goes like this. The past is putrid, the future's grim. You're wearing trainers, you're not coming in. And I want you to help me with a bit. Imagine you're like a bouncer built like a big brick bastard. I go, you're wearing trainers, and you go, you're not coming in. Can we give that a go? The past is putrid, the future's grim. You're wearing trainers. The past is putrid, the future's grim. You're wearing trainers. Let's give that a go. Okay, cool. This is called Putrid. Might get it as a little tattoo above the arse. Turns out the drink I nicked was spiked. Just my luck. I joked with a nurse as she pumped my stomach. I've had worse nights trudging through kebabs. Still less draining than staying in with a wife. Am I right, lads? Dossing round Dalston, stinking of vintage. I'm yesterday's sausage, surrounded by kids. Self-confessed poet in a forest of bricks. A smoking area, Riviera mist, where serial vapists suck on their e-cigs, and the smell of piss is chef's kiss. Look at their little faces. Anyone who says money can't buy you happiness clearly needs their dealer's digits. The past is putrid, the future's grim. You're wearing trainers. The past is putrid, the future's grim. You're wearing trainers. Who knew it would be so stressful to be so unsuccessful? Wasn't meant to drink tonight. That went well. Don't know if it's paranoia from all the gack, but I swear this beautiful jazz band are doing the wanker sign behind my back. You may say I live in sewage, but from my mattress I can reach the fridge. Wanking for coins since I was 20, so how can it be that my piggy bank is empty? Good luck trying to make cash with your self-made band. You'd make more money on a lemonade stand, and try your best to keep your composure when the badly dressed promoter pays you in handshakes and decent exposure. The past is putrid, the future's grim. You're wearing trainers. The past is putrid, the future's grim. You're wearing trainers. Who knew it would be so stressful to be so unsuccessful? And whose bright idea was it to get more gear? You know you're a vegetable with questionable mental health when you haven't had beak in a week and you're genuinely proud of yourself. Existing is just exhausting when you're stuck in the lower back tat of Britain, constantly vaguely knackered with not a pot to piss in. As sad as I am, I'd be lying if I said the tissues by my bed were for crying. The high street's on its knees, eaten away by decay and disease. Woolworths died when you were 5. HMV is that of the tip. NHS is on a drip. The betting shop looks pretty lonely, and the dentist is now guest list only. One more time, the past is putrid, the future's grim. You're wearing trainers, you're not coming in. The past is putrid, the future's grim. You're wearing trainers. Who knew it would be so stressful to be so unsuccessful? Thank you. Thanks. Cheers, love you all.
Give it up for Jamie Merrick! One more time for Jamie Merrick. Band, wonderful job, wonderful job. I mean, that was wonderful, Jamie. All I was thinking is if Russell Brand didn't get help, He is a mate of mine, don't worry, it's all good. Okay, wonderful. Right. We got one more guest poet. We're going to see what goes down. Okay, we need running out of concepts up here, people. Band, that was absolutely beautiful. How about, okay, this is your turn. You can choose anything you like, and then we'll bring on the last poet. In fact, Alex, you can be the guide. I want you to start off with some kind of riff, and then the band do the riff. It's a technical term. Groovers, are you ready for your final guest poet? I said, are you ready for your final guest poet? I need you to stomp your feet. I need you to click your fingers. I need you to scream louder than you've ever screamed in your entire life. I need to scream like you're having a baby. For the incredible Tyrone Lewis!
Okay, so we're going to start off with a little capitalism first. So I was introduced as Tyrone Lewis, but my full poetry name is Published Poet Tyrone Lewis. And with that, I have, oh look at that, 2 published books on me. I am selling them because I am shameless and poetry does not pay enough money and I need more money to eat. So you can buy those books off me. They are £10 each, or if you buy them both together, I can do you a deal for £15. And I know what you're thinking. Oh no, Tyrone, I don't have any money on me. I don't have any cash on me. But that's fine. I've got a card reader. But first, we're gonna go fully black for the first poem. Most recent book is called Too Black, Too Furious. And I feel like it's worth doing the title poem from this one. 1, because I like it, and 2, because promo, so I need pictures of me holding the book. So this is me selling the book whilst doing the performing. So there we go. This one is called Too Black, Too Furious. This poem is so black, it was being racially profiled before I even wrote it. This poem was being overlooked for job despite having all the relevant qualifications and experience. And this poem is pretty for a black poem. This poem has curves and an arse, and this poem is so black it has cornrows and dreadlocks and an afro and extensions and a weave, and this poem exclusively eats jerk chicken and plantain and just drinks orange soda and rum and ginger beer. This poem is so black a police officer murdered it on video. This poem is so black it comes from the country of Africa. This poem is so black, it comes from the country of the Caribbean. This poem is so black, its middle name is the N-word, and this poem is so black that we can't pronounce its real name, so we're just gonna call it Kevin. This poem is so black, Scarlett Johansson was to play it in the biopic. This poem loves anime, specifically Naruto and Dragon Ball Z. This poem's favorite superhero film is Black Panther, and everyone mentions Get Out to this poem. This poem is so black, a police officer murdered it on video, and now it is trending on Twitter. This poem is so black, people are surprised it likes country music. This poem is so black it can play bass. This poem is good at sprinting. This poem is good at basketball. This poem is good at long distance running, and this poem can't swim. This poem is so black its dad left it, and this poem is angry. This poem is mad, this poem is a thug. This poem used to be in a gang, and this poem always carries a knife with it. This poem is so black it keeps being asked to be that one black poem in a set. This poem makes most of its money during Black History Month, and this poem is so black a police officer murdered it on video, and now it's just trending on Twitter, and now the people are protesting. This poem is so black it was killed before it could. This next poem is going to be from my first book, Blackish. This is probably the poem performed the most, and possibly the poem that means the most to me. To give you far too much context, my mum is really not well right now. She is, as the doctors would call it, terminally ill. So, I'm going to do a poem about my mum. So, band, let's do something family-focused, if we can. This one's about me and my mum. She taught me sarcasm before I knew how to walk. Oh, God. It's been a long week. This one's about me and my mum. She taught me sarcasm before she taught me how to walk. Made sure I knew I was a Tottenham fan before I knew my times table. And she showed me Star Wars before she showed me how to dress. And my mother has a TARDIS heart. It may not look like much on the outside, but best believe it is bigger on the inside. And I have been lost, done all of its hallways for all of space and time, but still keep finding new doors to explore. And I am sorry, Falcor, but her love is more never-ending than your story. It's more unbreakable than your movie, M. Night, and it is serving more realness than any look I have seen served on the main stage of RuPaul's Drag Race. And yes, that does include you, Simone and Bimini. You could be easily fooled into thinking that her heart has never been broken. And yes, I know it skipped a couple of beats in high school, but I think all those crushes did was soften it. I know it's got a lot of love for Idris and Denzel and a bit of Will and all of Adrian Lester, but I don't know if my father was the first one to let into it. Maybe he helped her fix it. Kept it in place up until the divorce, but after that, I expect there must have been a couple of cracks, but no stray shards been strewn across our living room floor. No stray splinters have fallen into our dinners. If there are any pieces missing, then my mother has kept them well hidden. I mean, between all of us here, I kind of think my mum's a magician. I mean, she kept me believing she was 27 up until I was 11. She kept appearing and reappearing at all of my football matches and all of my poetry nights. No, scratch that. My mother is a superhero. She's currently carrying all of my fuck-ups on one hand while breaking down every barrier in front of her with the other hand. She doesn't need any spandex. But Kevin Feige is currently working on producing her own Marvel standalone film. No, scratch that. My mother is a wrestler and currently on the longest undefeated streak in WWE history, surpassing both Goldberg and Asuka, because I've seen her hurt, but I've never seen her beaten. No, scratch that. My mum would beat all of your mums. No, scratch that. My mum would beat all of your dads. No, scratch that. My mum said no, scratch that. My mum said no, scratch. My mum said no, scratch. My mum said record scratch. My mother has a TARDIS heart. It may not look like much on the outside, but best believe it is bigger than the love that she receives. And I am trying to make up for it. but I'm too busy being shit. I keep spending my nights swimming in Stella instead of coming home to her. I keep trying to buy smiles, ignoring the one that she gives me for free, and I keep fucking up my life, knowing that she'll always be able to clean up after me. And in this moment, I have never found Blue and Elton John more relatable, because there's a word I'm trying to say to her that's proving so hard right now, so instead, here's this poem. This one's about me and my mum. Thank you. Thank you.
Guys, give it up for the incredible Tyrone Lewis! Very, very good point there, man. Thank you very much. Please do everything you can there, people. One more time for the incredible Tyrone Lewis! Love that, love that, love that. Okay, people, look, we've had all our guest poets. We've got a final headliner, the climax of the show just coming up. But now's the time that we vote. So the QR codes which are on the table with the Grooveverse logo next to it. You've lost yours, it's down there. There you go. QR codes which are on the table, right, guys? You need to scan that. Now, on there, you'll see links to follow everyone's Instagram that's been up on this stage. But the very, very top button where it says click here to vote, if you click there to vote, it will take you through to a cheeky little form. In that cheeky little form, you can put in your name, you can put in your email, you can put in your bank details and send me a fiver if you fancy it. But just please vote for your favourite guest poet. Now, just to remind you, we've had Nathan Kelly, we've had Zeph, we've had Jamie Merrick, and we've had Tyrone Lewis. Those are your 4 guest poets fighting for your vote. If everyone could put all of those in, that would be wonderful. Okay, people, keep voting, keep voting. Keep voting, people, keep those votes flying in. Okay, people, keep them coming in. We're nearly there. Are you ready for a final headliner, people? It's going to be incredible. Okay, we're nearly there. Has everyone done? Has everyone done the voting? There's a little message down at the end. Okay, people, wonderful stuff. Yeah, we're looking good, we're looking good. Yeah, has everyone finished? No? Well, who hasn't bloody finished? Well, hurry up then. Okay, people, okay, people. I think pretty much we're all there. Okay, so one more time. Okay, do you know what? Yeah, I loved what you did last time. So let's do something else like that. But I want to give you a challenge. So we need a brief. I want any random word. Rhinoceros. That's your brief. And let's make it easier for you. We'll have a genre of music that is not jazz. Country. Wow. Okay. Country rhinoceros. Take that anywhere you want to go with it. Okay. Right. We don't. Right. Okay. Fine. Okay. Do you want to switch it up? Do we want to boom bap? Yeah. Boom bap. God, I sounded like Boris Johnson when I said that. Do you want a boom bap? Groove verse. Guys, we've got one more headliner, then we're going to reveal the winner. I am so excited to be announcing this name on this stage here tonight at Grooveverse. This next poet is someone that I've been following for many a year, and it's an absolute pleasure to have him come and do this show. I'm not going to say any more, because I don't need to. You need to go crazy for the incredible Nego True!
Can you hear me? Let's stop the music for a second, please. Sorry, I hope that wasn't too abrupt. Hey everyone, hope everyone's well. I'm Nego, and yeah, I'm gonna do some poems for you. I changed my complete set around when I started watching the show from the audience, and I started wanting to be a bit more direct. So the first one I want to do. Don't know how to word this, but I want to speak to Zeph, who performed earlier. As I was walking in, I saw his performance, and if I'm honest, I went up to him and I said, "Bro, you're amazing." And the line that stood out to me was, "The way that I heal is by either outperforming them or being better." What was it, Zeph? The way that I heal is to work harder than them. See the confidence there. And the thing I said to him, I don't want to take too long before I do the poem. The thing I said to him was, he told me that he'd been listening to me since he was about 10 or 11. And I said to him, I don't think you understand what that means to me. Because I guess one thing that happens with spoken word or music or anything is you get isolated. You start thinking about the numbers, the views, the money, stuff like that. It's kind of like you live two different lives. When you're outside, you're who you are. And then when you're inside, you're the artist, you're the craft or whatever. And I say that to say, I remember writing a poem to tell myself to never get complacent. And I always lived by it. And when I saw Zeph, I thought, I don't think you know how talented you are. Like, I genuinely don't think you know how talented you are. And I kind of hope this sticks in your memory. Take it as an insult, take it as a compliment. Whatever you need to do to remember it. With the band, sorry about this, you know what I'm saying? We ain't rehearsed. Great to meet you all, by the way, you know what I'm saying? It's all good. I'd say, just start off with the 1s and 2s, flip it to the 7, you know what I'm saying? Trombone, all of that, yeah, let's go. The only instruction I'll give is, my priority is the word, so as long as I can be heard, just go with whatever you feel makes sense. Watch what you think is perfect should make you practice. Practice should never make perfect. Because the hunger should tell you that you haven't done enough when the world will say you've earned it. You never get complacent and you always keep working, because one day, the kid that looks up to you will step into the spot that you deserted. You see, I remember playing football as a kid in the lowest division. After we scored our first goal, our manager would shout that our team isn't winning. He would shout as we run back and told each other to dig in. It's still 0-0, get back in your positions. You see, this is not the hunger that fills at your belly. This is the hunger that you feel when you're at home. The one that keeps you up because you feel like you haven't done enough. This is Diddy when he was Puff. This is a single mum thinking back to her first son. This is when you wrote your first lyrics. And the older stood around you getting hyped as you were spitting. This is when the mic cuts off in the middle of your show. And you forget you forget your lyrics. But you keep on going like you planned it or you meant it from the go. This is that childlike hunger you won't get when you're older. This is when a Christian first gets saved. When a Muslim first takes his shahada. This is when you first got brave. This is me stepping off the chair in the barbers. This is Ryan Giggs against Arsenal 99. The moment the ball touches feet, Sully breaks when he first got the idea for R.I.P. Alex Ferguson leaving Aberdeen. You see, watching what you think is perfect should make you practice. Practice should never make perfect. You see, this is your talent before got you paid up. This is when the light goes off and your mum ain't got money, so you need to think about ways to get the wage up.
This is the night before your interview. Ironing your shirt so you don't have to do much after you wake up. This is you. Before you gave up. You see, sometimes you need to lose more than you need to win, because it's easy to get comfortable in a spot they ain't in. I feel like Wenger only learnt when Arsenal ended up 5th, and Trevor only learnt when Little Mo flicked. It's not about what you fool, it's about if you stand again. See, I don't care if your mum, dad, brother, granddad died. You better keep on going like this is for their life. Carve Terrell or my big brother was still here, they'd probably look me in my eyes and tell me, keep on going, you ain't got much time. See, emotions never stop time. So you better use how you feel as fuel. I said emotions never stop time. So you better use how you feel as scrap that. You give up. Maybe your mum can keep struggling, or your little brother can be the rock. But I really came from the bottom. So if you give me one, I'll take that shot. And on my life, there's no remorse if any of you slip up. I'll be there to take that spot. You see, watching what you think is perfect should make you practice. Practice should never make perfect. True. Boom. Let's be transparent. Let's be transparent. Changing the set. I've got no clue which poem's next, so we just gonna figure it out and keep going. And let's be transparent about something else. This jacket is just for show. I'm hot as flip. I know everyone was thinking it as well. Like, what's this guy doing? Listen, I saw the quality of the cameras. I said, yo, bring me that winter jacket. I don't care what month it is. We're gonna go to the next part. I changed my set so that a lot of it was actually quite influenced by the poets that came before me on this stage. Salute published author Tyrone Lewis. My apologies. Published author Tyrone Lewis. He did a poem about his mother, Jenny. I don't know the right words to say, man. I hope you know. I don't want to say the wrong words, man, but bless you. I want to give you a lot of poem about fathers that I wrote that I guess changed my life. When I do this, could everyone say one? How the flip you do it? How you do it through your eyes? Show me a through your hands, Yula. Don't do that. Oh yeah, that makes more sense. Yeah. I wrote this poem about I guess like me and my friends and our situations. Give me the thing with the, you know what I'm saying, and the 7 and bring the emotion in that, you know what I'm saying? Let's go. There's things our parents said to us growing up that we probably think we forgot. Wait, do change it up a little bit though, please. There's things our parents said to us growing up they probably think we forgot. But as kids, we soak in those words you said when you were cross. You see, I forgive, I don't forget. I live, I don't regret. And they might call me soft for writing this, you see, but I just got one question and maybe then I'll be free. Daddy, are you proud of me? Whiskey in my cup, holding back tears in my eyes. I heard you and Mum arguing again non-stop through the night. I know it was about money. We've never really had a dime. And I'm too young to work, so I'm considering crime. I figured if I could provide for me, then you won't have to. I used to take your money when it was laying on the dresser. Maybe this is my fault too. I don't know. Maybe I could buy myself my own school uniform, even give back to you. And if I'm honest, I don't want to live that life, but I don't know. Isn't that what's that, the running tune? Oh, sorry. You lot heard that as well, right? That's the one, yeah. Sorry, I'm so sorry. I know there's time in that. Even give back to you. And if I'm honest, I don't want to live that life, but I don't know. Maybe if your mum had money, then you'll stick around this time. Maybe you'll be here on my birthday. Maybe mum won't cry. So I'm looking in the mirror like this ain't drug money. This is dad couldn't do it. I still had to feed my mum money. So I feed me now so you and mum can breathe. Daddy, are you proud of me? See, sending money and spending time are not the same thing. Because mum played dad while you were looking after other women's kids. And you can skip the once a year calls on my birthday. I'd rather know if you meant to have me in the first place. See, mum's always out working to provide, and sometimes she goes over the top with how she disciplines, but then I sit and think she has to play the role of a man or woman without the help of a guy. You see, sometimes I wish you were here, but it's better that you're not if I'm real with it. Because you claim you love me, but I constantly saw you make mum upset. Then one day disappear and you left me to deal with it. And you wanna know why I'm an idiot? Because I'm with someone and they're just like you, shouting abuse with that same tongue, ask me what's wrong an hour later. Just like you, doesn't understand that respect and fear are not the same thing. Just like you, and when my friends are telling me to up and leave, I bring it to conversation, I start to sit and think. I don't feel letting go is being free. Because this must be love. I mean, I learned it from you. And as sad as it sounds, I still want you to be proud you had me. So I got one question and maybe then I'll be free. Daddy, are you proud of me? It is what it is. I never knew you growing up. Mum never really mentioned you. And it's not that I hate you, but if I had to choose the man of the house between you and mum, then I choose everyone but you. You told me be everything I can be when I finally met you. I used to sit and think I want to be a father, but not like you. Grow up to be a man, but not like you. You know how many men would have killed to have a wife like yours, but not a dad like you? So now I'm the man of the house, and if anyone says I resemble my father in the slightest, I tell them that I'm everything that's not you. I'm nothing like you. So I don't have one more question, I'm already free. I couldn't care less if you're proud of me. Whiskey in my cup, holding my tears in my eyes. I watch you and learn how to keep all the emotions inside. You know, smile around guests but have no emotion when you're with your own family. Some call it pride. People that meet me usually ask how I keep happy all the time. I'm the one that makes all my friends smile, I'm the one they come to for advice. I never tell you what's wrong, I just respond with cool. Not because you're a bad guy, Dad. I just don't want to disappoint you. Because when you say I can tell you anything, I know in my head I can't, because I've seen how you respond to smaller things and I don't want to take the chance. See, I got a million questions that I wish I could ask, but I just keep myself to myself as the memories pass. Headphones in, shut out from the world. I wish I could have hired you when I was a kid, so I could have spent more time with you and did the things that fathers and sons did. You see, I always looked up to you, but you're always out of reach. I saw you as a hero, you know, but some heroes are unseen. You taught me to be hard, and you told me to believe. I'm the man now, Dad. People listen when I speak, but that's not enough though, is it? Because I see you every day and I still don't know you. See, I studied hard and eventually worked, even helped out a little bit in your church. Respect and fear are not the same thing. At least I learned that for free. So I got one question and maybe then I'll be free. Daddy, are you proud of me? Strip it back for this one, please. Whiskey in my cup, tears in my eyes. Everyone's complaining about their dad, I just wish mine was alive. Never had a lot of memories, but I cherish what I remember. Your sister always tells me stories about you. I know she won't forget you. It's me, Dad. Remember everyone used to say I look just like you. And sometimes I need guidance, so I ask myself what you would do. And if I'm honest, I didn't get to know you how I should have known you, and that's what's really getting to me. I've done a lot since, Dad. Mum says you'd be proud, but we're still in the same flat. One day we'll be out, and I'm not little no more. If only you could see, sitting by your grave, no one else but you and me, and I just got one question, and maybe then I'll be free. Daddy, are you proud of me? True. Alright, can I keep it honest with you lot, yeah? The best part of that whole performance was that little chime thing you did at the end. That was cold. I'm sorry. I tried not to smile. Obviously, it's a very serious poem. When I heard ding, I said, oh my God, that was wavy. I'm sorry, let me focus. I only got two more. I don't want to bore you lot or take too much time. As I said, we completely changed. I was rehearsing my full order at home. This is my missus, by the way, my wife. Everyone give her a round of applause. Yeah, man got married and that, you know what I'm saying? You saying, man them, were you like, what you saying? You all about to propose, yeah? No pressure. A random fact is, since we've been in a relationship, I've only performed in front of her, that sounds crazy, but I've only performed on a stage in front of her once, and I completely messed it up. When I say I messed it up, I've never forgot my lines at a show, ever. Actually, I did once, and I pretended I didn't, and I think I said something like, at one of my headline shows, if anyone was there, I'm sorry, but I said something like, the poem just brings back some memories or something, and then everyone believed me, and then I started the poem again, and I remembered it. But I performed once, and I forgot every single, when I say I forgot every line, I don't mean stumbled and went back. I forgot every single line. And as we was coming today, I was rehearsing with her at home, and I was forgetting every line in front of her again. And she said something like, if I make you nervous, don't worry, I won't come, or something like that. And obviously, madam, you know, it's like, you know what I'm saying, you can't say no, you know what I'm saying? I'm joking. But what it made me realize was, I've got to be quick in it, yeah, let me not. What was getting to me was, as I said to you, I always separated the person from who was on stage. And for the first time, the person in front of me knew both people. So every line I'm saying, I'm looking at her like, oh, are you gonna question this? Or you've actually seen this? Except you're not, the best way to put it, you're not a hero. You're human. There's nothing she's saying. She's smiling in the crowd, joyful. But it brought it to reality. But let me do these last 2 poems before they have to pay a fine or something crazy like that. Because I'm not covering it. I'm joking. Yeah, this one's called, yeah, let's just go for it. This one's called Pick Your Poison. Let's lead with keys, and then everyone join in when it just seems like it makes sense, innit? Like, I'm sorry for the terrible direction. I'm trying. I want to ask you what's worse. A pastor that's always lived there with his son but never been there for his son, or a prisoner who's never lived there with his son but always been there for his son. I want to ask you what's worse. A single mother that spends 40 hours a week trying to feed her son but never really gets to see her son, or a single mother that spends 40 hours a week trying to see her son but never really gets to feed her son. I'm trying to ask you what's worse. Because the one thing I've learned is life is all about sacrifice. Sometimes you have to put something beautiful last to make something beautiful last. You have to pick your poison. Would you rather give an alcoholic cocaine or a drug addict Hennessy? I'm trying to ask you what's worse. Because there's a dangerous thin line between what's right and what could be justified in your mind. Let me explain. You walk into a jail cell, a murderer might tell you at least he hasn't raped anyone. And a rapist might tell you at least he hasn't murdered anyone. They know they're both wrong. They're just trying to figure out what's worse. They're trying to get you to pick their poison. Because how do you judge what's right from wrong? Do you base it on your religion as it stands, your moral high ground as a man, the way you were raised by your family, the law of the land? I'm trying to ask you what's worse. Pick your poison. Is it love or lust, truth or happiness, peace or justice? I'm trying to ask you what's worse. Look, I'm not seeking success or even love yet, but when you lose your friend to some needless dumb kid, you're left with one question. What comes first? Peace or justice? Because when the justice doesn't come, you think it's because the peace hasn't come yet. And when the peace doesn't come, you think it's because the justice hasn't come yet. So when you do everything in your power to leave the person responsible either in jail or dead, and you realize it doesn't bring back your friend, you realize you lost peace trying to chase justice, but you do nothing, and you lose justice trying to chase peace. I'm trying to ask you what's worse. Ladies, you make love trying to find it. Girls, you know when you got your ex, right? And you see him with a new girl, and she ain't even nice in the eyesight. Your friend rings you up like, she ain't even a 5, right? She ain't even got the right 5. She ain't even his type. And your friend tells you he downgraded. Ladies, you been through that, yeah? Just give me a nod. I know some of you don't want to make noise. Give me a little nod. Well, basically, I'm trying to tell you, if your basis for the fact that he downgraded is the fact that her looks are basic, he's not the one that downgraded. You picked your poison. See, I let my mum down trying to save her. Raised in a church building by atheists. Dad was more concerned with sham face than he was with sham faith. I lost my friend young. Police got there too late to save him from the cemetery. So when I saw my friend get rushed, I knew I had to jump in. Cause if I rang 999, they weren't getting to me. Say it's right, or he's getting buried. Fight, or he's in a cemetery. I learned young, there's a difference between what's right and what's necessary. I had to pick my poison. I'll tell you my problem. I always say a prayer the night before court. Never said a prayer the night before I got caught. So I want to ask God what's worse. The man that's only ever said a prayer for the purpose of forgiveness, or a man that never said a prayer but he never did the crime to begin with. The rapper that you say is leading everyone to hell, versus the fact that you're a believer that rebels. I'm trying to ask you what's worse. Pick your poison. I'll tell you my poisons. I'm a hypocrite. And sometimes I tell lies. So next time I judge a man's intentions before his actions, his reasons before his mistakes, I'll be the first to tell you my problems. I'm a hypocrite and sometimes I tell lies. I picked mine. What's your poison? True. I'm doing the last one, but just out of respect, where's Ted? Am I good for time? Yeah, just the last one, yeah, for sure. You should get off the stage, dog. I had to choose between two for the last. Hands up for Savage. I'm not giving you any backstory, no context, nothing. You just have to take it from a word. Hands up. Okay, hands up for. Oh, this is gonna make you lot feel bare guilty. Hands up for Africa. Hands up for Savage. Okay, Savage won. You know what I'm saying? No comment. You know what I'm saying? No. Yeah, this is no excuses. Let's get to it. Who should lead? All right, there was a point here where in the poem earlier, someone said, this poem's so black, it can play bass. And then me and him just started laughing, like. So yeah, if you could start, please. You'll still cut out the word when you're singing the lyrics, you know what I'm saying? But anyways, yeah, he tried to play the blackest thing he could play on the bass. A bit more chilled. We're still at poetry show, it's calm, bro. Man thought I was DMX or something, you know. Alright, cool. Sorry, let me do this last one. Sorry. When you brought down your past to me, the number of past partners isn't what set off alarms for me. It was the fact that over years, there wasn't a single gap that parted partners, links, and guys that you would see. You were a revolving door of relationships. I might get cancelled for this poem, by the way, but I don't care. You're not savage. You're just emotionally damaged. I don't say that to take the piss, but I don't say that to take the piss, but somehow it started making sense for real. You're not in love with me. You're in love with the gap that you can feel. You're in love with the idea of love. The one that could cover your insecurities up. I pray you learn to find peace in your own company. And you stop masking up your need for attention and savagery. I pray you find comfort in yourself and what you could be. And date all the men you want. But only fall in love with the one that you need. I don't think you're looking for someone to love. In fact, sometimes it seems like you're looking for someone to love you back. You're not savage. You're just emotionally damaged. So when times get tough and you're looking for him to save things, well, in relationships, sometimes things happen. But you need to reach the finish line with the one that you stand with. But if you spend your whole love life piggybacking, when he's broken and he needs someone to hold up his He needs someone to hold the emotional baggage. Well, you ain't gonna know what to do when he hands you the baton. You wanna know why it's easy. Pause for a second. You wanna know why you should live your life before you find a partner, huh? Because you can't handle someone else's emotional baggage if the only way you know how to handle yours is to pass it on. You're not savage. You're just emotionally damaged. Who are you? Because to invest so much time in a person means you inherit their likes, dislikes, and even how they word things. Are you strong enough in yourself to step into the world and say you know what you want as a girl? I want to know who you were before you were influenced by your past partner. Which past made you the woman that started this path before you started serving partners as masters? If you don't do it, someone else will. Attitude speaks for itself. Hence why you always look for someone better without bettering yourself. You're not savage. The man them are clicking bare loud. You're just emotionally damaged. You insulted your exes by telling me they were insecure. But your insecurities are the only reason you're telling me you need someone at all. You find your value in how valuable they find you. And how many men you can boast about turning down, but the offering a crown means nothing if it's been offered around. Forget that for now. When he'd mess up, you tell him be a man. When you'd mess up, you blame everyone in the past for the character flaws that you have. Sometimes it doesn't feel like you're looking for a man. Sometimes it feels like you're looking for a... We've all had our hearts stung. But I'm willing to bet £100 you blame your next breakup on your last one. You're not savage. You're just emotionally damaged. You're not savage. You're just emotionally damaged. Looking for a love life before you learn to love life. So when all is said and done, and you're together for a year, 10 or even 30 some, God forbid the worst and it doesn't work, you and him say it isn't worth it, hun. When he goes, you'll emotionally still be the same age you were when you first begun because you never grew up. You just piggyback love so you never had to step on the earth on your ones. I'm scared. You'll never know how to tell your daughter or son how emotions work without passing them on to a person they trust. I'm scared. You'll never know how to divert through the worst without having to revert to someone. I'm scared. You'll never know how to deal with the worst without reverting to the worst of someone you love. I'm scared. You'll never know how to tell your daughter her worth is more than who's willing to court her first. Why do you think you always accept the worst? Because subconsciously you need one of these to work to define your worth, so you accept the worst of behaviors until you can find someone you can treat as a savior. That's why all of these relationships overlap. Because you can't let one go until you can get to another man. Sometimes it doesn't feel like you're looking for love. Sometimes it feels like you're looking for a dad. You want to know why your standards are bad? Because you're giving men brownie points based on the fact they don't have the negatives that your ex had. Love is like a beautiful empty room that you fill with plants of the pictures, moments, sex of you and your partner from the day that you met. And as those plants die, you have to refill it again and again, and any room can get overfilled until the day that you can't take in the scent. It can go from feeling like your living room to a jail cell in the end, and the thing about jail is it takes you away from civilization until you release with the chains that you came in with, and on the day that you're free, you'll emotionally still be the same age you were when you met. You'll want to be a wife has got you thinking you love men you don't even like. Gary's not great for you. He's just great for the time. Every man is a new experience. What worked on the last may mean nothing to the next, so I can see through your what do you bring to the table, I bring the whole table attitude. Don't tell me what you bring to the table. If everything you brought is from someone else's barbecue, please. Please. Don't feel like you can't be loved. Dear Miss Savage, being single doesn't mean that you failed. Your partners are not a reflection of your worth as a girl. You've got this. So dear Miss Savage, there's nothing wrong with being emotionally damaged. Take time, live life, plan it, confide in friends and find support so you don't have to find it in random men. There's nothing wrong with being emotionally damaged as long as you accept that you are, work on yourself, and eventually you can go back to being a bad... True. Thank you.
Give it up for Nego True, everybody!
Thank you. Everyone, I just want to say thank you. Sorry for all the talking in between. Give a massive round of applause to Ted, to the event, to the band, to everyone. I've been Neegs. Yeah, just find me, innit? True.
One more time for Nego True, everybody! Boom bap vibe, yeah. One more time for Nego True, everybody, closing off the show here at Group Bursts. Wonderful stuff. Thank you very much. Okay, guys. There's a couple of things I need to say. One is a massive thank you to James over there in the corner. Me and James run this show. We are the producers. That's how it goes. So thank you very much for all your help, James. Give it up for Charles in the corner. He makes this thing sound as crisp and as beautiful as it does. He also mixes and masters all of the audio afterwards. We filmed the whole event. We put everything up on YouTube, on Spotify, and he makes it sound fantastic. So yeah, big thank you to Charles. We're going to announce the winner in about 1 minute. The first thing I just want to say, super quick, is I love the spoken word scene. I think the spoken word scene is one of the best things going in this wonderful city of London and across the UK and across the world. But I want poets to reach their potential. That is really the aim with this night. We wanted to be part of the process which takes poets to the next level. That's why this is not an open mic. There were lots of open mics. We wanted to create one space where it was hard to get on the lineup. There's only 6 poets that do this every 2 months. And, you know, to be frank, we are elitist. But that's something within the spoken word scene that really we don't have enough of. And I think one of the reasons why the spoken word scene is still quite niche but growing is we don't allow ourselves to lean into that. So that's why we created Grooveverse, and so far we've sold out 12 shows in a row. So thank you very much for coming and being a part of that and buying a ticket and supporting our artists, because without you guys this whole thing does not happen. So thank you very much. Give yourselves a round of applause. Okay, there's one more thing we need to do, people, and that is announce the winner of the audience vote. So what we're gonna do, band, this is wonderful. Keep it down, slow jam. Yeah, slow jam. There we go. Okay. So again, we're gonna start about here, and then about here, and then that's where I'm gonna say the name. Okay? So, wonderful people here of Grooveverse. Let's have a build-up drum roll. Yes. Like the X Factor, but cool. Okay, the winner of Grooveverse 12, who will be asked to perform at the next show, is... Zeph! Give it up for Zeph, everybody! You can say a few words, man.
What the hell? Thank you. I don't know. Wow. Okay. That's a bit shocking. I know you lot are probably gonna think like, oh, just stop being modest. Like I know you expected it. I really didn't. Yeah. Thank you. I guess one thing I do have to say to Nego, one, love to dedicating the first poem to me. That means a lot. I watched this guy since I was 10. It's not a lie. Like I'm 21 now, and I'll be honest, spoken word, poetry, whatever you want to call it, is just catharsis for me. But nights like this and being able to share it with just a random bunch of humans is good for me, because I grew up on that hood side, boy of London, where there's not too many positive experiences, and childhood is a whole load of negative, and I wasn't really human for a lot of my adolescent life. I was just that sort of version of a man, or that sort of overly masculine version of a man. And then I saw my boy Josh. Shout out Joshua. That is actually, he's my saving grace, I promise you. Now make some noise for Josh, please. That guy right there performed at the event that I mentioned earlier, Poets Palace, and he headlined. And I said, you know what? You're such a heavy inspiration. I'm going to perform at the next one at his headline. And then I won the headline, and that's how my journey into spoken word happened. Yeah, this is a bit surreal for me. Rah, I'm running out of words to say. Thank you guys, honestly, just for being people, for being receptive, for not judging me for my experiences when I've been up here, for accepting me when I'm on the stage. That means the absolute world to me. So genuinely, as humans, love you all, regardless of where you come from. I really don't care what color you are, where you're from, what you smell like. It really doesn't matter to me, you know what I mean? We're all people. We can come together under the same roof and just show love and appreciation for everyone. So yeah, Grooveverse, thank you for having me for my first ever Grooveverse show. It seems like I'm gonna be back, so if you wanna come, feel free. If you don't, no love lost. Thank you once again to the band. You're amazing. I love the top, by the way. Like I've been meaning to say it publicly, but yeah. Once again, thank all of you guys. I can't believe this is actually happening, but I appreciate you lot. It's love always.
Give it up for Zeph, everybody! Give it up for Zeph, everybody! Guys, that's been Grooveverse 12. It's been an absolute pleasure. Thank you, everyone, for coming down. Just a one little round off. We've had Nathan Kelly. We've had Zeph. We've had Black Ops Poetry. We've had Jamie Merrick. We've had Tyrone Lewis. We've had Nego. And in the band, we've had Nadab Schneeso. We've had Mark McKillen. We've had Diane Gaspar. We've had Alex Lockhart. We've had Callum Connell. This has been Grooveverse. Support us at Grooveverse. Keep coming to these things. Keep supporting spoken word. Thank you so much for coming.